Okay, YouTube, wow, I didn't expect to get 132 views and 13 comments on one of the first videos I posted on the internet, which was my response to Coughlin, which, as I'm learning, wasn't a proper response because I didn't respond it to a video. I just posted it and emailed it to him. I don't know all the etiquette yet for YouTube, so I guess I should respond a video that way. It was mostly just a note to him to thank him for his work. Well, now I guess that's up to, I'm supposed to answer your comments and respond to your comments. And thank you everybody for commenting and for my 17 new subscribers. I mean, cool, right off fucking on. One day, 17 subscribers. A lot of real positive words. No trolls apparently yet. But yeah, so anyway, I had Robman 8855 asked me what was the intro song. That is Seeds of Night by the Cave Singers, which are a local Seattle band here. I found them, their music was used in a Lotto commercial locally here in Seattle, and I go, fuck, that's a cool song. It took me a while to actually find out who it was, and once I figured out who it was, once somebody was able to tell me, I think I actually had to go to the Lotto website and read up on the advertising campaign to find out who it was, and then oh, they're awesome. I've owned both of their albums now. Okay, so also Crypt Sphinx commented he would be interested in my concrete argument. He said, I would be interested in you forming a concrete and well-defined argument regarding your definition of cosmic consciousness. I'm certainly not aware of any evidence. Very interested. Well, Crypt Seeker, or Crypt Sphinx, you're absolutely right. There is no evidence, and I have nothing concrete. All I have is intuition. All I have is what sounds logical to me. And I have been able to... I'm open-minded to many things. I am not very open-minded to organized religion and the fucking shit that they've... It's responsible for the demise of civilization as far as I'm concerned. That, capitalism, yeah, it's just not good stuff. But I am open-minded to spirituality. I mean, to me, spirituality is it's a law of nature. It has to exist. And when I hear theories on quantum physics, they don't exclude spirituality. In fact, they seem to embrace it in my understandings, and maybe my understandings are nothing. Maybe I don't have a clue. All I do know is that let's see, how many years was I an atheist? I got baptized in the Mormon Church when I was in 6th grade, I think. Never really took hold of or embraced religion. I always, even at that young of age, I didn't understand it, and I questioned dinosaurs, and I embraced the social aspect. I made friends in the church, but I never really embraced the whole story. So that was 6th grade. By the time I was a freshman in high school, I had junior in high school. I had started smoking pot. I dropped out. I ran away from home. I became quite the rebel youth. At that point, I said screw the church, and I haven't been back since. At that point, I declared my atheism. There is no God, and stuck with that for a long time. I didn't start thinking there might be until sometime after my daughter had turned about 5. I guess I was in my early 30s. And there was the faintest inklings of, well, there could be something, but still didn't really believe it. It didn't come for me until I went through a breakup with a girlfriend. And I read a good book by Deepak Chopra. I read 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And even then, I mean, I got the importance of spirituality. I understood how important self-awareness was to living happily in this world. It was tough. I didn't like coming to an awareness of myself. There wasn't a lot of pretty stuff there, but I don't know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, I found spirituality. Even before I found God, I found spirituality, and I found that was important. Then just through research and through not research of having to study, but just looking at things that interest me. I formed a meetup group called the Seattle Mind Travelers. If you know what meetup.com is, go to meetup.com, join the Seattle Mind Travelers. It's a cool little organization, cool little group. I mean, we're here in Seattle. For those of you who aren't here, you can still join and see what kind of stuff we do. Or you can come to a meetup. We're having one February 4th at Golden Gardens Park. Anyway, I took an interest in theogens. I took an interest. I've always smoked pot. I've kind of always had a little bit of an interest in psychedelics, but over the last 5 years, my interest has grown. I don't do drugs. I take plant medicine. That's the way I see it, and that's what it is. And some of the plant medicines, the entheogens, between science programs I've watched on quantum physics, between concepts in Buddhism and Hinduism, even concepts in Christian, all of the organized religion are teaching the same things. But they're also, they got the same core principles. They've just gotten lost. They've gotten lost in the same way that capitalism has gotten lost. It's been taken over by powerful individuals that have agendas all their own. The spirituality of organized religion is lost. But the lessons on spirituality are common between all of them. Anyway, between the lessons I learned in organized religion, between the lessons that plant medicines have taught me, between the things I've seen in science, I've just come to this thing where I understand a cosmic consciousness, a universality, a oneness, that it's like the Matrix. Everything here is a dream. It's all, in a literal sense, doesn't exist. It's in a literal sense a construct of God consciousness, which we are also a construct of God consciousness. And our consciousness, our individual consciousnesses amongst all of us, are just aspects of God consciousness. We are all the same thing. We are all the same. What if you're all powerful, almighty, and huge enough to create everything? What do you do? What do you do for entertainment? I mean, it's all built, it's all done. So what do? You sit back and judge everything? Sit back and condemn evil and just watch? No, hell no. If you're all powerful and shit, you don't sit back and watch the TV. You get in there and you experience it. And what better way to do that than to create these little friggin' machines that have this ego that operates the machine, and you send an aspect of yourself down through this connection, which I think might be the pineal gland, and through science. It's science. I have to believe. I think that we just aren't advanced enough yet. Just like a cell phone would be something else altogether to a caveman. They can't even conceive of something like that. We're not to the point where we can conceive of consciousness transfer through biological mediums like the pineal gland. We can't conceive of these things, but nonetheless, it makes sense to me. I think that 0 point energy. I think that if you were this all-powerful consciousness that built everything, why would you restrict everything to this energy form that has to explode with heat and fire to make energy? Energy is subtle. Energy is in everything. And through consciousness and through psychic and mental manipulation, we can do anything. I haven't got there yet. I mean, it's things that we've lost. Our humanity is lost to us. I think the ancient peoples were far more advanced than we are in ways of the mind. And without those teachers and those educational systems are lost to us. That's really difficult for us to get back there. I struggle with it. I know that I should meditate more. I think that is the biggest thing that I don't do, that I could do, that could help me to further my conscious evolution. But anyway, I'm rambling. That's me. I should call myself the rambling Buddhist bushcrafter. But anyway, I should move on to other. Let's see what. I had a few comments on my beard. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have a beard, and I just kind of I'm just gonna let it grow. I don't know for how long. I haven't been asked how long, and I'm gonna let it grow forever, I guess. My hair too. I'm just gonna become this. I'm hermitish. Anyway, let's see. Wisdom comes from the beard. You have a future in vlogging. Thank you for the ones that tell me I have a future in vlogging. Yes, I know who Pat Condell is. I didn't know, and I'm not familiar with European politics. I'm sorry to all those of you Europeans. I'm your typical American. Well, I guess I'm not your typical American, because I wish I knew more about what's going on in the world than I do. It's just not available to me. It's such a struggle to get any good news. I mean, American news is so pathetic, and I've only recently found a way to hack into the BBC to watch BBC TV online, and I haven't yet watched any news. I mostly did that just so I could watch episodes of Doctor Who. Anyway, BBC's good TV. It's at least, well, as good as TV gets. It's better than American TV, that's for damn sure. I just wish there were more programs like Doctor Who and Torchwood. What else? Here's the you should be helped by everyone. I agree. Everyone should be respectful of others. I guess that's pretty much it. I guess that somebody's telling me that they think Coughlin burnt his face in a kitchen accident. Soup related, I thought. Whatever it is, I hope he gets better and he's back to post, and I'm really sad. I'm not really sad. It's a bummer that he hurt himself. I like the guy. He's kind of one of my YouTube heroes. Wish he'd chill out just a little bit, but that's just my own personal thing. Just so my girlfriend wouldn't be so irritated with watching. I like it. I'm blue collar. I can swear and all that, but sometimes his anger. What am I shouldn't be talking about Richard. I mean, he's a great guy. I've got nothing to say but good things. So just shut up, Mike. Anyway, thank you all for the good words, and I will continue posting stuff. Thanks. Peace.